All right, I'm on the phone with Maine Maritime Academy men's basketball coach David Muchnick. And, Coach, a tough weekend last weekend and no rest for the weary now.
No, it's not. And yesterday was Groundhog Day, right? The groundhog. Yeah, the groundhog didn't see his shadow, so early spring hopefully. But it's kind of like Groundhog Day for us as a team. I mean, it's like we're seeing the same movie over and over again, and you
want to change the ending a little bit, though.
Yeah, we would like to. We would like to. I mean, we'd like to take Sonny and Cher off the radio if we can. But it's one of those things that it's seemingly the same game every time, no matter who the opponent is, no matter where the game is. We kind of dig ourselves a little bit of a hole. We do a good job digging most of the way out of it, and don't have enough to kind of finish the job. But we have to do a better job of limiting our mistakes, of increasing our focus at certain key situations, key times of the game, and we're just not talented enough yet to be able to make some mistakes and not have them come back to bite us. So, I'm continually proud of our guys in terms of the way they compete, in terms of the level of buy-in that they have for what we're trying to do, and they've stayed pretty positive throughout the whole season, as we did last year around this time when we were kind of coming close in a bunch of games. And I think this year is a much different year than it was last year, in the sense that when we were close in games, it was almost like a surprise, like a shock and a jolt to the energy level. Where now we expect to win, we expect to be in close games, we know we're able to compete with everybody that we're playing against. But when we make a couple mistakes, or we have that 2 or 3 minute lull that seemingly kind of bites us every night, it's almost like we expect that lull to happen, and we have to get out of that mindset. And it starts with practice. It starts with the focus that we have coming into a game preparation, and just trying to be better at the little things, improve on those little things. And when we do that, we're gonna win some of these games, because we're just super close, Chris, and it's frustrating to watch, like it was for Bill Murray, to kind of be in those that Groundhog Day every day. But we have to do something within our program, within our practices and our preparation, to kind of change the day, so to speak, and flip the calendar. And we're getting closer, but we're still a ways away from being able to do that.
He got the girl in the end. You just want to get the win at the end, right?
Yeah, that's right. A happy ending is a happy ending. So it's frustrating, because the guys are so close, and the guys are working hard, and we're doing a lot of great things. And look, Kobe Sawyer won the league last year, and we've lost to them by a combined, I think, 6 or 7 points this year in 2 losses.
Right.
And Husson, is the top team in our league, and we lose to them by 4 a couple weeks ago. And and you can go down the line with every opponent, every game that we've played, and that's kind of the next step in the progression, right? I mean, you go from losing big to losing small, and then winning small, and hopefully winning big down the line. And right now we're still stuck in that losing by a couple category there, and we have to do some more things. We have to do some things a little bit better, a little bit more consistently, to get into that category of winning close games instead of losing them.
Through the schedule, it's not your friend. I mean, with starting the 5th through the 13th, so in those 8 days you have 5 games.
Yep, and obviously the Farmington game next Tuesday is a makeup from earlier in January, and whether we played 3 games in that week 3 weeks ago, or we're playing 3 games in the week next week, every team in our league has to go through it. So we'll be ready for it, and it's nice that we're going to be able to have that 3-game week next week on the road after 2 games at home this weekend. So look, we have 7 games to go. All of them are very winnable. All of them are games that in certain regard we have some competitive advantages on the teams that we're playing, and some other regard that that we have a couple things that we have to make sure we watch out for in terms of the other team and things that they can hurt us. So 7 games to go. We're still in the mix for getting into the conference tournament and all that, and that's the long-term projection. The short-term is I want to just get better with what we're doing in terms of the little things, and we've had good practices yesterday and Monday, and the guys are still focused, the guys are still positive, and they're hungry. They know they're capable of winning these games, but we just have to kind of shrink up those 2 or 3 minute stretches where we kind of go through a stretch where we struggle to score or a couple shots, a couple fouls, a couple things don't go our way, and we just have to be better at that mental game of just the level of focus you need to have for 40 minutes. We can't play for 37. We're just not good enough to do that.
What's the morale of the team?
It's positive, Chris. It's one of those things that you look at the record and you think, okay, we've lost 11 in a row, and any time you lose that many games in a row, you think that the guys from the outside looking in, I guess, would be frustrated, would be bickering, would be the season's over and I'm going to stop. It hasn't had any of that. It hasn't been. If anything, it's almost strengthened the guys' resolve of coming in for more film and coming in for more shots, and we traveled back from New Hampshire over the last weekend, and a couple of guys coming to the front of the bus after the game on Saturday as we're heading home. Hey, Coach, what do I need to do better? How can I improve? What can we do? What can I do? And when you have the buy-in from the players, they see that we're doing a lot of good things this year and a lot of things that are moving the program forward. Even though we had 3 wins all of last year, and we have 3 wins this year at this time, but we're a way better team than we were at this time last year, and guys are seeing how close they are, and I think it's motivating them in a lot of ways to do a little bit more, and I think that no matter how these last 7 games turn out, and hopefully we have an 8th or a 9th, if we do our job the next 7, getting into the conference tournament hopefully, but no matter how this season ends up, I think this coming off season is going to be a really good one for our program in the sense that the guys see how close they are. Last year was just about getting to a competitive level at some point. This year we're right there. It's inches, not feet, and I think that's going to motivate our guys in this off season to be more prepared for next year. And I think next year is with some recruits that we have coming in and only losing 1 senior and everybody that we have coming back, I think next year is going to be a really good year for us as long as we take these lessons from this year and move them to next year. But certainly we have time left in our season. Our guys are not giving up. They're remaining positive. They're still working extremely hard, and as a coach, that's it's something that you enjoy seeing. But at the same time, for where we want to get to, that's got to be a constant. That's got to be a part of our DNA, and not something that we celebrate. Because if it's something we celebrate, then obviously we're not expecting it every night. If it's a part of our DNA, then that's a part of our identity, and that's something that's going to be remaining a constant for years to come.
Okay, appreciate it. We'll talk next week, and then we'll see how the weekend's gone, and we'll go from there. But the positive thing I think that we want to take away is the efforts there, the motivations there, and it's just a matter of inches.
No question about it. They remain positive in practice. Games, there's a lot of energy. Guys are working extremely hard. There's not a single guy in our program, Chris, that I'm saying, I'm not sure how bought in he is, or we have to coddle this guy, or we have to do so. And there's none of that. It's really we have 11 guys on our team, and coaches and managers and support staff and athletic trainers and the women's team that they watch our games also, like we watch
Right.
theirs, and we support them, and they support us, and they're frustrated for us, and so but it's one of the things that we have to be the one to change to turn the calendar page and change it from February 2nd to February 3rd, and I think we're doing the right things. The guys see that they're doing the right things, and we just something's going to click here soon. I can really feel it. Hopefully it's with enough time to make a push, a late push for the conference tournament. And if that's the case, Chris, I think that there's a lot of teams in our league that would not like seeing us the first round of the conference tournament. But we have to do our part to get there first, and hopefully that's taking care of some business at home this weekend.
All right, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
All right, Chris. Thanks a lot.